Hello there, if you happen to stumble upon this channel, hi and welcome to my channel. My name is Kessler, and today's homemade devotional will be about that one verse that led me back to God this week. Recently, I flipped the pages of my Bible and I prayed to the Lord and I said, let me read this book again. This was my favorite book when I was a new convert. Let me read this book again for old time's sake. Yeah, and I really, in my heart, wanted to be touched by the words in this book. I wanted to experience God again by the reading of this book, and I was not disappointed at all. Yeah, so you must be guessing, what book this is as I'm talking. Well, does it come from the Old Testament? Is it the book of Psalms? Like, many people love the book of Psalms. Is it, I don't know, Romans, right? One of the most doctrinal book in the whole Bible, in the New Testament, or Revelation, one of the most exciting, dramatic books in the Bible. It's none of those. It's actually the book of Ecclesiastes, and it was a very easy read for me when I was not yet even a believer. I heard it being preached about in my mom's church when I was seated in one of the pews. The preacher talked about some of the themes. He did an expository sermon about the book, and it got me interested, and I went to read the book for myself. Yeah, and I was really drawn initially to some of the things that were talked about inside there, about how a lot of our labor seems to be in vain. Like, a person seems to be going about their lives, like the book says, like the wind blowing from the north to the south and going around in circuits and just tiring themselves out throughout the lifetime, and how every pursuit of human life, of earthly things, is so meaningless. Yeah, and it really hit me back then, and it poses a lot of the questions that I had in my heart at that time. So I felt it was a revelation of my own heart. And this time when I reread it, there was a new perspective. And to point you to that verse that really caught my attention and that really led me back to the Lord. Ecclesiastes 2 verse 24. Nothing is better for a man than that he should eat and drink, and that his soul should enjoy good in his labor. This also I saw was from the hand of God. So, what I was going through my mind during a time like this is that, I'm not thankful enough. I am so blessed, and I have so much, but why am I so wicked? Like, why am I so wretched, and why am I so ungodly, and all of that? And when I saw this verse, I felt that there's a complex that's going through the minds of many people, probably in our society today as well, because society is more prosperous than it was many years ago. Yeah, we are living in very prosperous times right now. The economies are doing very well, and so many people are middle class and they can afford a lot of things. So there is a kind of a rich guilt going on. Like, you have the means, you're able to enjoy certain luxuries, and you feel that you are letting down society. You're not contributing enough, you're not generous enough, and all of that. Yeah, so you might feel like you have this guilty conscience of not doing enough, and the shame that's attached to it. But Ecclesiastes 2 verse 24 says that you should rejoice that you actually have all these blessings, because it is from the hand of God. So you shouldn't be ashamed of what God has given you. Instead, you should give Him thanks, and you should praise Him for His goodness. And in fact, it also says that the book also goes on to tell us that, for every increase that a person has, he's envied by his neighbor as well. And there's that purpose of, when you live in the goodness of God, to really cause people to envy and to question, like, why is this person so glad, and like, why is he so thankful and so joyful and so peaceful in even in good times and in bad times as well. And it has the purpose of of evangelism as well, letting your light shine forth so that people can see the light that is in you. So the one verse that led me back to God, Ecclesiastes 2 verse 24. I hope you enjoy the listening of this message, and thanks for tuning in. God bless you.